Hi everyone and welcome back to my blog. Hey, how are ya? I'm totally leaving my Jeffrey fantasy right now. So today's episode is all about when I went to Brisbane with an old friend of mine, and I want to share with you the funny, crazy time that we had up there. Obviously there were a few clumsy mishaps that led to a lot of laughter. But for those who don't know, Brisbane is the capital of Queensland and it is in Australia. Do you come from a land down under? So when we went to Brisbane, we went up originally for a job interview that I had, and I didn't actually get it. They lost, whatever. I'm not bitter. We stayed at the most bougiest, most luxurious hotel I could find that was on $100 a night budget, which I found. It was beautiful. It was gorgeous. And we pull up and they had valet parking and everything. And I'm like, this is what I deserve. This is the lifestyle I need. So we pull up in this Suzuki Baleno. And if you know what a Suzuki Baleno looks like, it's not a luxurious car by any means. And we pull up and the person that does the valet was standing there and asked if we were lost. Rude. So we wind down the window. And it wasn't even electric, we had to do the whole wind thing. And the window gets stuck halfway, and I look and I'm like, we're actually staying here tonight, is that okay? And he's like, oh no, that's fine. If you just wanted to park over there, and made us park in the non-valet parking. It was like our car was not like, you know, fancy enough for him, but whatever. But cut to us in the hotel room. So we get to the hotel room, and it was gorgeous, as I said, and it was amazing, and it was huge. And then we went downstairs, we had a cocktail, and then we're like, you know what, let's go out. We need to go out and do something. We need to explore the area. So this was on a Thursday night. We went to a place called the, what was it called? It was called The Beat. The Beat. It was The Beat. And this was probably one of the funniest nights I've ever had with Peter. And we went out, had way too much to drink, standard. And we're dancing on the dance floor and there was hardly anyone there. Apparently no one goes out on a Thursday night in Brisbane. So we're just dancing along and there was a few people dancing as well. And they're like, oh, can we dance with you? We're like, yeah, sure, come on, let's just dance, that's fine. Next minute, there's this little bottle getting passed around and I was very naive, I was very innocent and I didn't understand really what anything was like poppers. And so they're passing this bottle around and Peter takes a big sniff. And I see her eyes just like open really wide and I'm like, what the fuck is that? And then she passes it to me and I'm like, I don't understand what this is. Like, do you drink it? Do you smell it? I don't understand. And she's like, you need to sniff it. And I'm like, I'd rather not, thank you. So I go to pass it back to her and I drop it as the clumsy pup that I am. And it was in a glass bottle that decided to smash everywhere. And next minute, the whole of the beat smelt of poppers. And it was strong. The bartender just looked at me and I'm like, I'm so sorry. So I go to the bar and I order my drink, which is a Fuck Me Upside Down. Amazing drink. It is really good. And we're drinking it, we're dancing again, the smell was going, it was fine, and then I turn around and I bump into someone, they drop their drink, I drop my drink, and then the two people looked on either side of us at each other, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm so sorry, and I knocked one drink out of their hand, so 3 drinks were broken on the floor, and it was clear to me that night that I was just not meant to do anything, I was just gonna break everything that was glass inside. So Peter and I decide it's probably safer if we go home. So we went home and then I realised, oh my god, it's 3 a.m. in the morning and I have my job interview at 8 a.m. So we go back to the hotel and then the next day I go to the job interview where you know that didn't really go to plan. We don't talk about that. That afternoon we decided to go to West End, which is a suburb in Brisbane. We go there and we're like, oh my god, can we get a massage? We want a massage. So we go to this massage place and you had to walk upstairs and it was nice. I mean, it wasn't like a day spa setup. There was like this desk and there was a woman sitting there and then there was 2 rooms, just 2 doors. That was it. And I'm like, okay. And I'm like, oh, can we get a full body massage? And she's like, yeah, no worries. She's like, so did you want the deluxe or just the standard? And I'm like, deluxe, obviously. So we do that, we go in, and Peter went in that room and I went in this room. I went in, I laid down, and the woman's like, do you want to take your clothes off? And I'm like, oh, okay, fine, that's fine. So I get on, laying there on my belly, and then next minute she starts doing the massage. It was going all great. Next minute the door opens, and I heard two people walk in, and they start talking a language I did not understand. It was something, but it was not English, so I don't know what they're saying. And next minute, I hear them next to me step up, and two women stepped up and stood on my body. And they just start walking up and down my body. And I'm like, oh my God. And then they hop off, and then I roll over, and the woman comes up to my ear and she goes, did you pay for the deluxe? And I'm just laying there and I'm like, well, yeah, didn't the woman tell you out the front I paid for the deluxe? So, I was laying there, and next minute there was a hand moving towards something that I was not expecting. So, me being me, I just opened my eyes, I looked, and she's like, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, no, this isn't what I thought deluxe was. I thought maybe I'd get some nice exfoliation, maybe like a nice scrub or something. I didn't think deluxe meant that you would be touching my nether regions, which you knew. And I don't have a problem with people doing that. Like, some people like that, that's fine. But that's not the deluxe service I wanted. So I'm like, I think I'm all done, thank you. So I get up and I put my towel on and I get dressed and I walk out. And there's Peter sitting in the foyer. Her face was like... I'm like, did you get the deluxe as well? And she's like... So after that, we leave, obviously, and we're like, okay, let's go get some food. We need some food and a drink. We need a drink. We find this really cute little bar, cafe type of restaurant-y type of setup, type of thing, just up the corner. And we sit there, we have a drink and stuff like that. But as I sat down, now, I am not a skinny guy by any means, but I did not think that this would happen to me. And what happened was I sat down on this chair, and the two legs underneath me just went and I was on the floor. My ass hit that floor. Peter's sitting there laughing in hysterics, spat her drink out, and I'm just like in shock. And the waiter runs out and she's like, oh my God, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, no, I'm fine. And I get up and I sit there, and then, but stupid me, got the chair, and because I was like, I didn't know what to do, I put the chair there and I went to sit down on the chair that I just broke. So I sat down and fell down again because the chair was broken. And then she's like, oh my God, why are you doing this? And Peter's like, why are you doing that? And I'm like, I don't know why I'm doing this. I stand up and I look at her, I'm like, I need a drink. Can I please have a drink? So she goes and gets a drink. I grab a chair from the other table and I sit there. Now I sit on the chair, I go to eat, I put the knife down, the fork, and I cut, and next minute my plate breaks. Today was not my day. That was not my day. That day just looked at me, just like 2020's looking at the world, and went, fuck you. This is not your day. Brisbane is a place that I would definitely go back to, and I can't wait to go back there one day and just create more clumsy mishaps to record. But my partner's always telling me I need a film crew, and it's true, I do need people to follow me. My life would make great reality TV. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode, and as I said, I will be back in full force with the vlogs from now on, and the vlogs. So next time I'm going to take you to the workplace, and I've had a lot of workplaces over the years, but each of them have had their share of clumsy mishaps, and I will share most of them with you in the next episode. There are so many of them. So make sure you guys tune in next week for more clumsy mishaps, and I will talk to you all soon. Thanks for tuning in, guys. God's sakes! That's it. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and make sure you tune in next week for the next episode, and I cannot wait to share this with you guys.